Hello, this is Patrick. Welcome to Chart Built Wealth, Profitable Investing with Technical Analysis. I wanted to go over the S&P 500, the U.S. stock market, basically, and give you my uptake. As my followers know, I've been bearish and continue to be. Uh, Tonight, and I will also cover my open buy recommendations, less rare earth and metals, the ETF REMX, which I went from a buy to a neutral on, got stopped out, and also silver went from a buy to a neutral on silver. But let's get into um, the S&P 500. Again, I just want to flash this long-term chart in front of you because in the back of my mind, the last several years, never getting too aggressive because of this huge negative divergence that we've had as we've hit all these higher highs. We've had lower highs on our relative strength index, flashing a caution sign, beware a change of trend. Each time we hit higher highs, the underlying demand was waning. And you can see we had that in 2000, and we also had it in 2007, a much smaller one. This is by far the largest. So, could we have a crash? Yes, we could have a crash. Am I calling that? I just take it one day at a time. And but I want you to know the long-term bearish outlook that I have for the S&P 500. We're going to cut down this and go into an intermediate term chart that's about 3 or 4 years. And so here we are. Here's our bullish channel with our support line, our resistance line. Prices got overbought as I put in uh, my YouTube channel. Prices were trading outside of that bullish channel. That's an overbought condition. And on top of that, on an intermediate term basis, we also had a negative divergence. So that didn't bode very well. And now we got this downtrend going. I still think it's got more to go, maybe down to 51, 5,200 if we're not in total crash mode. And the reason is we have a confluence of moving averages now over the prices coming together, and that's like gravity, on top of you. So it's going to be difficult. It can be done for sure. We need about 5,800 on the S&P to break above this confluence of moving averages. What's most likely to happen is we have another down week or so. These all these moving averages come together, and then we get a pause, which would be a type 1 convergence or a type 2 convergence. At that point, we would have a counter trend rally within a downtrend, which I am going to try to buy, at least sell the shorts that I have, since I don't know, if they've been growing about 13% short the S&P 500. Um, but I would try to if the conditions have to be right and we have to see some sort of a reversal pattern here. But that's the gist of it. I expect more downward movement. You'd think today might be a washout day, but um, I don't know. We'll see what happens. This is a weekly chart, so Friday closes are really important. Each one of these bars represents a week of price action. So let's see what happens tomorrow. We will. I sold. What do I do when things are down? Well, this is a. So when things are down, I normally buy my buy recommendations, and I sell on green when they're up. Since this is a short, I'm going to sell some on red, and I buy them back on green. So uh, what did I do today? I sold 10% of my shorts, 1,500, depending on the security you're buying. But I sold probably 10% of my short holdings. This is a daily chart. This just shows you I went bearish up here after the ending diagonal pattern. We bounced around. This was my stop up here. Uh, what did we do then? We got stopped. I went neutral down here, and then I went bearish again here. Oh my God, this chart hasn't been updated. I'm sorry. We're down around 5,400 today. So uh, prices are down significantly, hitting new lows and down about 4% today. This possible positive divergence has been wiped out. I apologize for this chart. Uh, Seasonality says we should be going up, but that's just a tendency. And as I pointed out the other night, we had a bullish seasonality in December and the market went down. So this is just a tendency. Crude oil, bullish on crude oil, had a big down day today. I think it was down like 6% or 7% or something. But it's just a lot of noise right now. We're still in this huge consolidation. And until we break out on the upside or break down on the downside, um, here we are on our support line where this is where you want to buy. You wanted to buy here, you wanted to buy here, you wanted to buy here, you wanted to sell up here, there. Now you want to. Did I buy any more today? No, I did not. I am going to sit back with all the uncertainty, watch, and see what happens. We got to stop at 64. And if that breaks on a weekly close, I will be out and say, see you later. And I may turn around and short oil. But right now, bullish on oil. Here's our support line. And why am I? Another reason why I'm bullish on crude oil is these are the commercials. These are the big boys in the industry. They're the Exxons. They're the Mobiles, and they are at pretty much their their biggest long position going back 5 years. So the smart money thinks that crude oil is going to go up. Doesn't mean it has to. Here's seasonality also in our favor. Again, it doesn't mean crude oil has to go up, but there's a lot of things in our favor. Copper was bullish, went neutral, tried to buy it again, got stopped out, bought it again, bounced around for a while, came back up, and I went, see, what did I do? I went neutral here, broke out of this big symmetrical triangle. I'm sorry, ascending triangle, a flat top and an ascending bottom. And here we are challenging that breakout again. So our stop is at 26.5. I'm actually going to raise that up to 28. So we're going to get tighter with copper. But again, seasonality is saying copper should be going up now. So still bullish on copper. While I went from bullish to neutral on silver, on the Pan American Silver Corp, a silver mining company, which I just initiated with recently, we're right at my stop level. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. If it's down a lot, I'm gonna have to close it out and take a loss, a small loss. Having both silver and the silver mining company was a lot. So I alleviated that by selling silver, which obviously broke its support line and its stop, and this has not. Still bullish. Chevron, another initiation recently, and we had some upside, and now today it got smoked. It was down probably 7% or so. Our stop is down at 147, so we got some room. This is a great looking pattern, and we'll see what happens here. Tomorrow's Friday. This is a weekly chart. Each one of these bars represent a week of price action. So if tomorrow has a big up day in Chevron, we end up with a bullish hammer, and it kind of changes the sentiment for traders from a little bit bearish after today's big down day to something more on the bullish side. So we'll see what happens. Just following my discipline here. Antero Resources was down a little bit today, not too much. Again, this is a weekly pattern. Each one of these bars represents a week. Believe this is more in the natural gas arena, so not tied to crude oil quite so much. And again, this looks fine. Actually added to Antero today. Here's Saudi Arabia, still within its big big consolidation. Our stop's down at 39.5. It was down. This is a weekly chart. It's showing a week of price action. I think it was down like 1% today. So these things were down a lot less than the S&P 500. China, the same thing. This is a weekly chart. For the week, it's down 1.73. It's holding in so far like a champ. I got my stop down at 34, and we'll see what happens here. Here's your bullish channel, support and resistance. Again, on big up weeks, what do? You sell some. On the down weeks, I started to buy a little bit. I did not buy any today. I want to see what shakes out here. There's a lot of volatility, and I have still a pretty good size position, even selling into this strength. So still bullish on FXI, the Chinese large cap ETF. Oops. Exelon, one of the champs of today. Again, we had a big descending triangle with a descending resistance line and a horizontal support line, and had a big up week so far, up 5.5%. We're looking for $51 based on the size of this pattern, so we're getting close. I sold a fair amount today, still have a large amount, and this looks great. Actually, bought some of the utility company XLU. I may do an update on that tomorrow, depending on where prices leave. Where they end the week. Fixed income, still bullish on fixed income. This is why you don't put all your money in stocks. You can make money in all different asset classes, whether it's commodities, whether it's treasuries, whether it's fixed income, whether it's shorting the market. There's just a lot of different ways to make money. And if all you think about is stocks, I don't think that's the most appropriate approach. So here's a 10-year Treasury ETF. Here's the inverse head and shoulders pattern. It's suggesting 103. We're up to, I don't know, close to 97. And we got our stop down at 92. And, I have a lot of money in fixed income, and just paid a dividend. So it was pretty nice. Platinum, this is one with a lot of noise. Again, this is a huge consolidation, symmetrical triangle, and our stops down at 85. We had a few big up weeks, which we were selling into, and I did not buy any more of this today. And I'm going to see what happens with a Friday close, since this is a weekly pattern. There were a lot of things I did not buy, which I normally would buy when they're down. I did not, because of the fact that this is a weekly chart. I want to see where Friday ends. Thank you for watching Chart Built Wealth, Profitable Investing with Technical Analysis. Please like and subscribe. Have a great evening. Good trading to you tomorrow.